feel like a couple months has gone by since now and the last time we talked, and since then you've been so open about your aspirations and goals with the national team, and now here we are, your first call up to the senior team. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can you walk me through that moment you found out and the emotions that were going through your head?
Honestly, for me, it was just super surreal. We were actually in a match day -1 meeting, so I found out with like my whole team, and it was a complete shock to me. I didn't think it would come this early, so I put my hands on my face like that, and I was like that for 10 minutes, and all my teammates and coaches came around and hugged me to congratulate me, and I just couldn't wait to tell my parents and my family, and yeah, it was just so surreal, and I'm just so happy it happened.
Yeah, was this a call that you received? Were you in a team meeting at the time?
It wasn't a call, it was actually Marco, our head coach, had announced it to all of us because they got a call the night before. So our sporting director, Billy, couldn't be there, but he's the one who told Marco to tell us.
Oh, that's awesome. And who were the first people you called? Was it your brothers? I think you mentioned you had them as well.
I did FaceTime my brothers, definitely, and then also my parents.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So it's interesting because you have experience with this program, right? You played with the U17s, you played with the U20s, and then also training with the senior team ahead of their match friendly against, I think it was Costa Rica at the time. What did you learn about yourself being thrust into that national team environment?
I think it just really brought light to me that once I was in that environment, like just playing around those players, that like it was really possible for me to get there, and it kind of just made me want this opportunity more and to make the team full-time, or not full-time, but my first senior call-up. So I think, it just like knocked some sense into me that this season, if I keep on playing the way that I do, I can get there. So I'm just super happy with how the season has gone and that all the hard work I put in has paid off.
The other thing that you told me a little while back was that more often than not, you're the youngest one in the room, you're the youngest one on the field, but having the experience that you have in the NSL and also in some national team ways, what excites you about playing with this group and competing with them, having watched them but also trained with them?
I think just growing up watching them, it was always my dream to play alongside them. So now I think getting that opportunity, I just want to go into it and just know that I can learn so much from them because they're such experienced players and players that I've watched and idolized growing up. So I think I got to go into this camp open-minded and just taking feedback from all coaches and players because this is just the environment I've dreamt of being in. So yeah, I'm just super excited, and even though I'm the youngest doesn't mean I can't offer my qualities on and off the pitch. So yeah, I'm just going to try to do exactly that.
Who are some of the players that you idolize? You just mentioned girls that you're looking up to. Can you name drop for me?
Well, obviously Christine Sinclair.
You, of course,
she won't be there, but that's just always been such an influential player in my career. And then I also really idolized Jessie Fleming and the pathway she took. When I was still interested in university, I always wanted to go to UCLA, and then my dream club is Chelsea. So kind of the pathway that she took. And yeah, it's just going to be such an honor to play alongside her.
Well, speaking of individual players and some who are now your teammates, Emma Regan is somebody that you'll go to this camp with. Of course, your AFC teammate. Have you talked to her about this opportunity? I guess you would have been there. Did you chat with her after?
Yeah, it was actually really funny in the meeting. When Marco announced it to the team, she turned to look at me. She's like, "You didn't know?" Like, no, I had no clue. So it was the first time I was hearing of it. And yeah, she's just congratulated me so many times and said that it's well deserved, and I'm just so excited to go into this camp with her. It's kind of nice to have a familiar face that I'm kind of close with, so it would be really good to have her, and I can still learn so much from her in that environment. So yeah, really looking forward to having her there with me. Yeah,
how else do you think that'll help you sort of ease this transition in terms of like the club environment to international? I'm sure she would have some advice there.
Yeah, I mean, she's been super, super influential here at AFC, a great leader that I look up to all the time, and like her advice and just work ethic on the field. So I think just also watching her in the national team environment, that will just inspire me to be more like her. And yeah, just got to stay close with her and just like follow in her footsteps.
So most people know you as the goal scoring sensation you are for AFC, that traditional number 9 striker. But Casey Stoney has made it clear that she sees you fitting in more of a central midfield role as a 10. What were some of the conversations that you've had with her, if any, about the expectations going into this camp and that sort of maybe new role or adjustment that you have to get used to?
I think just for me, I will play anywhere, and just playing makes me happy. So I think if Casey wants me playing in the 10, then that's an adjustment I have to make. But also growing up, I've played in the 10 role before. It won't be new to me, but I think it's just another opportunity. It'll give me more chances to get on the ball and dribble at people rather than making runs in behind. But I think it'll be a good adjustment and would just upgrade my game to another level, and I'm just excited for this opportunity.
Have you thought about the way in which you have to sort of adjust to her style while trusting what got you here in the first place and the uniqueness that is your personal flair?
Yeah, I think there's always, when you go into a new environment and with the coach, obviously you want to do what they want you to do in order to, fit in with the team. But I think you never lose yourself, and you always just got to trust your own instincts and like you said, what got you there in the first place. So I always try to be the player who gets on the ball, playing with the flair, playing with the excitement. But obviously, since it's my first time, I think I got to do right by the coaches as well. But yeah, so find the good even between the two. Yeah, the good balance between the two. And yeah.
The other thing that was a big part of our conversation was how big of an impact League One had on your personal development, playing with Calgary Blizzard, then going on with the Whitecaps. Of course, now you're with the NSL. When you think big picture about what Canadian soccer looks like now, how inspiring is it and how promising is it that you see these changes in terms of not only League One, but now the NSL being implemented into this landscape?
Yeah, I think my progress and my development as a player wouldn't have been possible without League One. And so far this NSL season, I think this NSL year has just really shown and been a testament to how much talent Canada's soccer has to offer and all these players. So I think the NSL is just given an environment like every week for players to come in and just show themselves and play in front of their home crowd and their hometowns and stuff. So I think it's been really, really good, and it's changing the name of Canada soccer, and other countries are going to start being more aware of this league. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I just wouldn't be here without all the places I've been in the past on my teams, Blizzard, Whitecaps, and now here. So yeah, I'm just super happy with how it's all played out.
You told me a couple months ago that you would not have foreseen your first year playing pro the way that it is, but here we are. So what would you say to a player, I can't say younger because that's probably not the case, but maybe a couple steps back in their process in terms of just reinforcing the idea that it is possible to make it to the top, compete at the international stage here, like playing in this country?
I think my advice would just be to be yourself and kind of just do what makes you special. I've trusted that for my process all along. I know that every player has their own qualities and what makes them special, but you just really got to focus on yourself. And in busy times when there's always talk going around or stuff like that, just focus on yourself and what you can do to be at your best every single day, and then opportunities will come. And yeah.
What do you think makes you special? That's something that came up as well. This is like something you really live by. What is it about you that you think? I know you're humble. You're like smirking at me right now, but seriously, what do you think you bring to the field?
I think just for me, it's my love for the game. Yeah. Ever since I was a kid, that's all I've ever wanted to do is just play soccer, play pro, make it to the national team. So I think just my love of the game is my biggest thing that makes me special. And just every day I come into the tournament or to like the field just to try to be my best and get better every single day. I think that's what sets me apart from most players, is just my determination to get better every day.
Have you thought about the moment where you walk out wearing the maple leaf? Have you really internalized what's about to happen?
Honestly, I've not. It doesn't feel real. I don't think it'll feel real until I'm actually there. But yeah, I just think I'm super, super excited. I think 5-year-old Kaylee would be so proud of me.
She's freaking out right now.
And yeah, I just can't wait for that moment.
What do you want that to represent for you when you have a moment to really look around and see the moment you've brought yourself to? What do you want that to represent?
For me, I just think I just got to do it for my family and for all the sacrifices that they've made for me, and just all the hard work that I've made for myself to get to this point. Yeah, I just got to take in that moment because it's all I've ever wanted. So,
are there any camp non-negotiables for you, or is there anything you have to bring?
Oh, I think for me is every game day I like to wear a brand new pair of Nike socks. So there is brand new pair of Nike socks. So I'll be bringing 2 brand new pairs of Nike socks.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's an expensive superstition.
It is expensive. It is expensive, but yeah.
So for senior team call-up, for senior team goal, when can we see that in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to go in. Hopefully I make my debut, and if I do, I'm just going to put everything I have forward, and just if I get that goal, then I get that goal.
We're rooting for you, Kaylee. Thank you so much.
Thank you.